Tell you what, they are going to use this window whilst we are navel-gazing to, bring in pretty harmful things to our country, whether it's on immigration, whether it's tax. We've already seen Keir Starmer scrapped the Rwanda plan.
Well, imagine the shock for former Home Secretary Suella Braverman when she finds out a damning parliamentary report from the cross-party Joint Committee on Human Rights earlier this year found the Tories' Rwanda scheme was fundamentally incompatible with the UK's human rights obligations, that it eroded the protections laid down in the Human Rights Act, that it contravened parts of the European Convention on Human Rights, and fell short of the UK's commitment to comply with its international treaties. And if all that wasn't bad enough, the report also found the actions the then Prime Minister was taking actually placed the UK's hard-won reputation for the rule of law and human rights in jeopardy. The Tories' Rwanda scheme not only stripped away basic human rights from people seeking safety in this country, it actually put all our rights at risk. Because if any government can just snatch human rights away from any section of society whenever it pleases, then none of us has rights. Just privileges that can be taken away by people in power whenever they want. So by recognising all of this, and by scrapping the Rwanda scheme on his first day in office, new Prime Minister Keir Starmer, a former human rights lawyer, has sent a clear message, not just to the country but to the world, that the UK's hard-won reputation for the rule of law and human rights will be safe in his government's hands. And that's something we can all welcome. How about pointing that out to viewers?
It's about simply doing what we said we would do. And that's what I'm talking about when it comes to credibility. We didn't leave the European Convention on Human Rights. That would have stopped the boats.
Well, again, imagine the shock for the former Home Secretary when she finds out that leaving the ECHR would put the UK in the company of Russia and Belarus as the only European countries outside the Human Rights Convention. And she'll fall off her chair when she finds out the European Convention on Human Rights protects our right to a fair trial, freedom of assembly and expression, the right to participate in free elections, freedom of religion, freedom from discrimination, the right to privacy, freedom from torture and degrading treatment. Why was none of this pointed out to her and viewers? In the coming months and years, calls for this madness are likely to grow louder and louder, and we all need to constantly call it out. If UK news shows won't do it, I'll happily come back every week and do it for them.